So this is one of the new ones that I got for 50 bucks, and this was actually at the same place that I got my Gustav Sessions St. Thomas Cathedral and my Aunt Sonia. So this is the fifth clock that I've gone from that place. And yes, I did cover it up, but this is the place. I don't really want to give it away, but American Antique Mall, that's how close I am to one of these. I am able to find these, but I only go from time to time there. But I actually got to talk to the seller, and he said that he was just finding a local place, wanted to get rid of it, so he just took it. And this, if you can see, it has another sticker. This was actually marked down 3 times. I passed by this like once before, and then looking at this, I think it was originally, I think it was like $90, then it was 60, then 50, and then I actually got to talking to him. He was like, I just bought it, and it was like, I'm responsible for all this. So at the same time, it did have this little mounting plate that would go right there. Not really, but like it would go right there and it'll hold this on. But I found that way too just finicky to work with, so I just decided I'm just gonna take that off and put the nut back in, and so this can just wobble back and forth. And you notice when you listen, it sounds like this is just bouncing. I intentionally made it like that. The little spring lever right here, you can't see it, but I bent it out of the way because it was hitting it too hard like this. Sorry. Not really that much, but like you get the idea. It was a little bit too much. So I just caused it to bounce, and this is leather, but things that I don't know what that is. So this is unknown mahogany, and I will be changing the title as it is. But right back there, right back here, is a little release lever that I can pull. That was the half hour. Now that was 1. Now this is kind of count wheel striking, not really, but at the same time it is. I'll just show you a clip real quick of when I had the movement out, and I'll show you real quick. So it kind of is count wheel striking, but at the same time it really ain't. I don't really know, but all I know is that I can't turn this back. When I try to turn it back, I feel actual resistance, and that signals to me is that I will break it if I push it at all. So I'm just leaving that for now. Like, it runs perfect, other than a few little things, but other than that, it's perfectly fine. But there is one little thing. I just pulled off the mini hand. When I originally bought it, the guy said that it only has the mini hand. Wrong. That was the hour hand. The mini hand did not have a taper pin, and it had a washer, but I don't know where it went after I held it. And so then I found it sitting in like the glass. Now this is like representative glass. It was sitting like that, and I couldn't see it. And then I actually took it off and realized, oh yeah, it still had it. I forgot. So that's fun. So it has both of its original hands. I just need a taper pin for that. And so that's basically it. I will be changing the title based off information, but for now, I don't really know what this is. All I know is that it's a mahogany mantle clock. That's all I know that I paid 50 bucks for. And this there's no way that this Taylor key is the original key. There's no way, because it has this little speed adapter on it, and this, it feels way too tight on the arbor for it to actually work that great. And you heard the ratchet, it sounds way too tight, but that's just probably what this is, so I don't know. But now I will give you a few updates and also what that little information at the end thing will be, which I will talk about the updates real quick before the information. First thing on the little update is the Seth Thomas got new hammer lifters. I finally put those Harley ones on, but with a little cost. I had to move the plastic chime barrel ahead a little bit out of sequence, so whenever this plays a sequence, it's a little bit off, but it still plays it correctly, just it's a little bit different than how you normally would hear it. When it would play the 4th note on the 15, you will actually hear it play it first, then it will actually stop. So that's the first thing that is out of the way. Now we're gonna go over to another one, and I'm gonna show you real quick. Next one is my my Ridgeway, and there's only one difference I'm gonna show. You guys may see that in a few minutes. Moving on. Now moving on to my New Haven, and unfortunately these New Havens are just so stupid. But this gear is for the one that is broken again, and the things that I had that parts one, but the things that what caused the strike to break in the first place is me putting the wrong spring on after I thought, oh, this spring was damaged, I'll put on the other one. That's what caused that gear to strip, and that's what caused this whole event to be like this. So I'm trying to look for the gear, and I can't really find it. But if I find it, I will fix the sequence on it a little bit better. But for now, I'm basically just waiting the chine spring wear down while looking for the spring again. I found the 2 other ones, but they're not the correct ones. I have to find this one that is similar to this one so that will work. But other than that, that's basically all the updates. Now I'm going to go over to the information that is a little bit just a little annoying, I'll say. Next issue. I'm sorry for any international viewers who use the metric system, but that's 81 degrees Fahrenheit. Sorry, 82. Now that it's now spring where I am, and now how it is like getting hotter outside, my room where it is, it heats up rapidly in here in the afternoon because the sun faces me during the afternoon. Now, I've tried so many years to fix this, but now that I'm doing YouTube, I now have to keep my ceiling fan on, or I have to have a fan running in the background so I don't like melt in here because of how bad it gets. On a day that's 95 degrees out, it gets pretty bad in here. I've tried everything. I've tried a vent fan. I've tried fans running constantly all the time. It doesn't help. We've even had a new air conditioner installed last year, and it still hasn't helped. So I'm probably going to invest in maybe a window AC unit or a swamp cooler in for here. I don't know, but for now until the end of summer, when it starts to get cooler out, there's going to be a fan running in the background no matter what, so that I just don't like die in here basically because of how hot it's going to get. So that's one thing that's going to suck a little bit, but other than that, that's mostly what's going to happen for now. So, with everyone, I want to say thank you for watching.